They say betrayal cuts the deepest when it comes from the one you love most. But what happens when betrayal is met with betrayal? When both sides break the vow they swore to keep sacred? This is the story of two people drowning in pain, trying to rebuild a marriage that was shattered beyond recognition. Chapter 1: The First Betrayal. It all began with my affair. I won't sugarcoat it. I was selfish, reckless, and I broke the trust of the man who gave me his entire heart. My betrayal wasn't a single mistake. It lasted. It dragged on, fueled by lies, secrecy, and cowardice. And worst of all, I never confessed. I was caught. The day my husband discovered the truth, D-Day, was the darkest day of our lives. His reaction was explosive. Rage poured out of him like a storm. He yelled, cursed, smashed things. He never laid a hand on me, but his words cut so much deeper than anything physical ever could. And honestly, I believed I deserved every single one of them. Chapter 2: His Revenge Affair. About a year later, he broke too. Not by accident, not in weakness, but in anger. He had what he later admitted was a revenge affair. He slept with another woman a few times just to hurt me the way I had hurt him. But unlike me, he ended it on his own. And unlike me, he confessed. He sat me down and admitted it, his voice shaking, eyes full of hate, but also shame. And that, strangely, hurt me in a different way, because I realized something. Even in revenge, he had more honesty than I did. Chapter 3: The Road to Reconciliation. We didn't separate. We didn't walk away. Somehow, in all this pain, we both still wanted to try. The following months were brutal. He lashed out verbally almost every single day. And I took it. Every insult, every angry outburst, because I felt I deserved it. But eventually, therapy helped us both. He calmed. I learned to listen instead of defend myself. Now, almost a year and a half later, things are different. He shows me care. He checks up on me. He apologizes for things he said in anger. He talks to me, openly, vulnerably. And every time I see him making that effort, I can't help but marvel. How can he still love me after what I did? And me? I pour myself into him. I try to make him feel special, wanted, safe. Things I should have done from the very beginning. Chapter 4: The Counselor's Words. But recently, in marriage counseling, something happened that shook me again. The counselor said, "You need to put both affairs on equal footing. Both were betrayals, both broke trust. Don't prioritize one over the other." That stunned me. Equal footing? Really? My affair was long, selfish, premeditated. His was short, fueled by revenge, and he confessed. How could those be the same? But when I looked over at my husband, I saw him nodding, agreeing, even apologizing to me later, saying, "I never gave you the chance to process what I did to you. I betrayed you too." Chapter 5: The Unnatural Silence. The truth is, I've never wanted to discuss his revenge affair, not because he silenced me, but because I just don't feel the need. Compared to the chaos I caused, his betrayal feels like a shadow, a wound carved only because of my choices. Yes, I was furious when I found out. I felt humiliated, crushed. But within days, I understood. This wasn't about desire. It wasn't about him falling in love with someone else. It was about rage, about pain, about making me feel even a fraction of what he felt. So no, I haven't brought it up in months. I don't wake up thinking about it. I don't even think of it as our problem. It feels like a scar that only exists because I drove the knife in first. Chapter 6: Reflection. Am I rug sweeping? Maybe. Maybe I should be more upset, more angry, more demanding of answers. But I'm not. I don't feel the same fire about his betrayal that he still feels about mine. And maybe that's what reconciliation really looks like. Two people acknowledging the ugliness, carrying their scars, but choosing not to let those scars define the rest of their lives. I don't know if we'll make it forever, but I know this. Every day, he wakes up and chooses me again. And every day, I fight to be worthy of that choice. Betrayal doesn't always end in divorce. Sometimes it ends in two broken people, clawing their way back toward love. But the truth is, betrayal never disappears. It just becomes a scar you both have to learn to live with. The question is, do you have the strength to live with it together?